relaxing motion pathways, absorb momentum through reinforced channels. Where previous integrate into a reference, accumulated movement converts open structure into directional. Like a capture ceiling, transitional points that once allow retreat is active progression, deepens operational flow surrounding frameworks. Adapt to sustain pressure, transforming reversible alignment into fixed passage, where continuation replaces flexibility in earlier states. The structure relaxes within evolving configuration. Reinforced pathways tied around an individual. Clearance through structural axis within evolving configuration.
Reinforced pathways tighten around adventure. No schedule clearance disappears beneath fucking weight. Reinforced pathways tighten around adventure. No schedule clearance disappears beneath fucking ration.
Yeah, system relax, relax adventure. Yeah, system relax, relax adventure.
System rejects reversal, structural continuity, denies backward return, sealed pathways, prevent prior alignment from reacceleration, eliminate reversal through sustained structural race and duration. System rejects, reversals, structural things that rigid sealed pathways. System rejects, reversals, structural things that rigid sealed pathways.
Consolidated movement expands through integrated channels, while accumulated pressure reshapes surrounding frameworks, converting adaptable structure in adaptable structure to stabilize direction. Mechanical continuer absorbs residual flexibility, transforming branching operational corridor, advances sequestration from priorities. Each transition locks configuration further into forward stability.
System rejects. System rejects, reversals, structural things that rigid sealed pathways. System rejects, reversals, structural things that rigid sealed pathways.
Establish configuration. Advances while earlier states remain still behind. Intention gathers weight inside narrowing corridors of action, scattered options. Loose track as determined motion consolidates energy around a chosen path and wildin'. Weaken through neglect, persistent drive reinforces alignment, converting unstable possibility into organized force. Every continued step deepens the imprint of deliberate purpose across the moving system with drifting impulses. Once divided attention, now discipline advance, reshapes the terrain beneath steady progression.
Mountain resolve channels scatter motion toward unified on an uncertainty, contrasts to sustained determination, stabilizes direction and concentrates force within deep defined continuation.
Commitment shapes outcome and focus till this mode stances chosen. A direction risen tactic, strength the race diverse and terror shows. Strength and direction expands through coordinated movement, where from dedication organizes scattered effort. Apps surrounding variables adjust to persistent pressure is reinforced. Motion deepens the stabbery, unclaimed alternatives. Fade from operation, no space, while deliberate persistence transforms shifting terrain into responsive framework where determined progression continuously reshapes consequence through discipline continuation. Concentrated dedication, read the rest around it force. On this mission, dedication is gathered as a story. Concentrated dedication, read the rest around it. Concentrated dedication, read the rest around it for us. Fractures impulsively gather along advancing duration, while prior moments compress into sealed layers behind present motion. Tensions without tolerance for recalibration. Earlier configurations convert into fixer rings. Distance scans explains its grandness persistence, sold into a main tropolis and return around. adjustment cannot occur and movement advances beyond structuration. Time refuses correction. Correlation cannot patient. All these days and let's get behind our present seem to mention data. Why is this more of population? Simulation, eliminated reversal through sustained progression where attempted fixes dissolve into inert weapons. Reversal through sustained progression where
遭受敌人攻击。
Displaced intervals accumulate beneath continued motion as previous configurations harden until we inaccess the layers. Distance expands, playing current, sequencing and sequencing duration. First past opportunities into static residue embed within intemporal separation. The beam a sharp adjustment. Time refuses correction. Forward to noise recalibration. Earliest days remain still beyond even sin duration prior. Versus mode of accretion. Take correlation. Imminent reversal through sustained progression where attempted fixes dissolve into inert reference. Reversal domain progression where attempted fixes dissolve into inert reference. Converging corridors, compress operational direction while reinforced boundaries restrict lateral displacement. Advanced stabilizes progression through accumulating momentum as abandoned routes. Degrade into seal like a tension, mechanical thresholds convert earlier. Freedom into constraint, aligning success and moving adequate tension into full roll with insinuated weight burst, seal chances, reverse some geometry. Continuation, reinforcing, separation from prior positions, corrective erections, solution as residual clearance disappears beneath sustained motion, lacking operational flow into singular. Operational flow into singular. Love to singular.
Backward motion denied, established direction prevents reversal, seal, remove retreating pathways. While structural regression converts early opposing states, continued advance replaces lost alternatives, enforcing permanent separation, re-abandon the region. Now the chalk into singular operational chatting with fasting pressure, eliminates remaining clearance of behind active motion, transforming the active mirror to a reachable
Configuration, sustained continuation, deepens separation from original entry points. Backward motion denied. 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 Established direction persists forward, while sealed pathways behind remain permanently unreachable. Calculated selection divides parallel possibilities. As committed direction separates executed path from abandoned alternative. Silent consequence forms immediate after decisive alignment. Hojum samaraxis through a reversible correction. Structured tension move forward while discarded options collapse into an axis of bold distance. Each defined step reinforce a separation between enacted reality and dormant potential. Accumulated action convergence and variations into irrelevance until reversal loses mechanical feasibility and divergence stabilizes into permanent difference. Choice cannot be undone. Decisive selection fixes irreversible treachery, committed action. Locks consequence beyond revision, enacted direction separates permanently from discarded alternatives without recovery.
Regression, continuation, reinforces established divergence as executed path gain structural depth through accumulated confirmation. Abandoned option, lipidical residue lacking operational relevance. Reinforced momentum stabilizes the chosen corridor, transforming uncertain branching into singular continuation. Successive steps amplify separation from unselected routes until parallel futures fade beyond functional reach.
Determined commitment solidifies trajectory, removing reversal through continued confirmation. Every step deepens separation from abandoned path. Choice cannot be undone. Committed direction sustains irreversible passage, enacted decision stabilizes consequence beyond alteration, separating reality from unselected possibility.
Established trajectory continues forward without reopening abandoned alternatives.
Tolerance. Narrow corridors extend through structural pressure as surrounding walls compress alternative passageways, reducing lateral escape until only forward continuation remains. Unstable thresholds tremble under accumulating force, while secondary routes fracture into unusable fragments. Measured progression advances through narrowing spaces, temporary openings deteriorate under sustained. Stranded options fall away in silent sequence, leaving only active passage reinforced by ongoing motion. Increasing pressure seals peripheral corridors as structural tension erases remaining detours, narrowing continuation in a singular direction, whereas attention becomes structural failure.
Exit past collapse, instantly structural closure erases retreating corridor. Secondary routes fracture under pressure, leaving only forward passes. Continued movement replaces abandoned departure points as collapse. Reversal unlocks continuation into unavoidable passion.
Reinforced barriers emerge where alternatives once existed, sealing abandoned corridors beneath accumulated structural weight as forward continuation intensifies. Surrounding frameworks tighten, eliminating lateral clearance. Progressive motion compresses remaining variance until escape mechanisms fail entirely, resulting pathway stabilizes through absence of retreat. Sustained pressure converts branching architecture into singular operational channel.
Compounded structural strain removes residual detours, collapsing dormant corridors, while forward continuation becomes the only remaining functional passage. Exit past collapse, instantly
Sealed through corridors, eliminate reversal, fracture detours vanish under structural compression, leaving persistent forward passage as the only executable direction.
collapse routes remain inaccessible, while established passage continues without reopening. Calculated motion maintains structural stability, while measured steps distribute force across a line direction. Control progression stabilizes pressure through consistent continuation. Bouncing system operate through uninterrupted decision, where movement prevents accumulation of internal strain. Delay response introduces uneven load across narrowing pathways. Suspended action distorts alignment as competing impulses push against structural order. Fragmented signal interfere
with coordinated motion, turning steady progression into unstable isolation as hesitation begins to fracture organized balance.
growing delay disturbs calibrated.
Data rhythm, distributed pressure shifts without resolution as suspended intention. Fragments coordination across the system until instability replaces control. Hesitation, stress of balance, suspended decision, fracture structural alignment till it directs pressure into works, pressure into motion, measured stability, pull systems apart, converting equilibrium into a collapse.
Reinforced uncertainty spreads across previously stable motion as unresolved direction multiplies internal resistance. Stall momentum amplifies distortion across interconnected pathways. Structural equilibrium requires decisive continuation, yet fragmented signals interrupt consistent force distribution. Accumulated delay transform organized motion into chaotic displacement where balance will stabilize progression.
Now collapsing structures expose underlying instability.
Fragment minute timing interrupts coordinated
Motion distributing pressure unevenly across structural pathways and until equilibrium fails instability disintegrates. Rotations balance unresolved, the late fractures control the lead and suspended motion redirects force coordinated.
Stabilized motion vanishes as fracture balance gives way to continuing structure. Failure.
Sealed outcomes gather where I'm finished. Decision once circulated, tightening corridors of consequence around every delayed action. Scattered directions, compressed or inevitable termination. As suspended choices accumulate, structural pressure unresolved, motion loops through narrowing pathways where continuation demands definitive boundary. Hesitation multiplies how this progression stalls between origin and conclusion. Accumulated delay reshapes intent into rigid pause, while scattered outcomes remain suspended, awaiting enforced settlement.
Increasing pressure surrounds, drift in direction incomplete. Movement compresses toward this as a boundary where scattered motion must converge in the singular determination. Hesitation weakens as unresolved sequence approaches enforced.
Closure, define resolve, final boundary converts dispersed motion into stable outcome. Scattered or pushing condenses to determine. So replace sequence orientation, set determination, stabilize forward. It's when foam rises, overshine where continuation.
Delay outcomes converge through tightening channels. Unfinished action presses against structural amendments where continuation requires decisive termination. Alternative shrink is suspended direction, compresses toward completion. Scatter attempts align beneath increasing pressure until determination transforms motion in established resolve. Sequence collapses into concluded form with scatter movement once expanded without containment.
Escalating constraint converts hesitation. Limit to move settlement, open direction. Meadows and say closure, define resolve, boundary converts dispersed motion into stable route draw. Scarlet memory issue this is determination. Zero to interpretation. Skip already, this is stabilized. 90 to 6 sound, yes, should be one modification.
Completed boundary remains while motion proceeds beyond sealed outcome.
Escalating consequences gather around. Postponed action while unresolved threats expand through unattended systems. Pressure accumulates where response should intervene.
Yeah, fractured stability spreads across widening intervals as hesitation extends exposure. Every passing moment compounds structural strain, turning minor disruption into excellent warning signals. Repeat through tightening cycles while unaddressed.
Instability amplifies across connected pathways, transforming manageable risk into expanding damage that advances faster than delayed correction. Can't contain.
Growing intervals without response. Intensify disruption, spreading pressure across fragile structures where hesitation extends instability and consequence compounds through neglected reaction.
Delay multiplies, damage postponed action magnifies consequence as each passing interval expands. Unresolved pressure accelerates, collapse while hesitation converts. Contain threat into escalating failure, spreading impact across widening structure. Deferred intervention allows expanding fractures to propagate through interconnected systems where early containment
Once could stabilize disruption, pressure high, just when disruption as one light expansion to replace control containing to the chamber.
Delay multiplies, damage postponed action magnifies consequence as each passing interval expands. Unresolved pressure accelerates, collapse while hesitation converts.
Expand anti-consequence remains, where earlier action might have contained the damage.
Converging signals crowd the edge of action while uncertainty circulates through unresolved directions. Scattered evaluations repeat across tightening of corridors. When analysis extends without closure, conflicting projections pull attention across unstable alignment until pressure builds for decisive separation. Suspended judgment allows hesitation to amplify internal noise while competing paths remain actors without hierarchy. Gradual strength forms around an answer direction. As unresolved motion repeats without structural endpoint. Escalating tension surrounds unresolved evaluation. Stutter reasoning compresses store. Definitive judgment will linger in. Uncertainty loses ground. Emotion demands clear termination. Decision silences doubt. Decisive judgment cut this through scattered uncertainty will waver in direction. Collapses into singular alignment. Lingering hesitation fades as determined choice stabilizes motion and converts noise into clear continuation beyond unresolved
Conflict. Define commitment, restructure, scattered reasoning is unified direction, replaces unstable evaluation, competing projections dissolve once determination establishes hierarchy among remaining options. Forward motion strengthens with doubt when circulated, transforming unresolved speculation into control trajectory. Sustained commitment reinforces clarity across previously fractured intention.
determine alignment, quiet, internal conflict, direction, replaces wonderity, uncertainty, and scattered enemies already in sky. Determine alignment, quiet, internal conflict, direction. Decision silences doubt, decisive judgment cuts through scattered uncertainty, we're wavering direction. Determine alignment, quiet.
Clear direction remains while form of doubt fades into distant noise.
Fragmented pathways surround a narrowing trajectory, while inactive options accumulate as unstable residue around sustained direction. Denudation generates friction against dormant branches, causing structural heat to build within neglected corridors. Unused routes weaken under persistent directional force until their frameworks begin to fracture. Controlled progression reinforces the chosen passage, while secondary possibilities deteriorate into volatile fragments. Sustained pressure erodes surrounding variance, gradually reducing complex networks of potential into a singular operational trajectory. Reinforced continuation isolates forward motion from collapsing branches.
Escalating strength spreads across remaining possibilities. Structural stress destabilizes unused corridors. Dormant routes begin to fail beneath persistent directional pressure. Ashes burn away, unused pathways ignite under mounting pressure. Surrounding options disintegrate into ash while chosen motion survives the surrounding collapse. Abandoned route to dissolve through escalating intensity, leaving only active continuation beyond the perimeter of destruction.
Reinforced continuation amplifies heat across inactive corridors as neglected possibilities erode beneath persistent directional force. Structural fatigue spreads through unused branches until their frameworks crumble into inert residue. Ongoing movement consumes surrounding variance, converting once viable options into scattered fragments. Sustained advance transforms decision networks into singular operational channel.
Compounding pressure eliminates residual. Perimeter of collapse, residual ash marks, where unused routes once extended while continuing motion advances beyond erased alternatives. Kinetic pressure gathers along uncertain pathways where scattered possibilities hesitate without alignment. Measures steps begin reshaping the surrounding field as movement organizes drifting vectors in emerging order. Unstable direction loses influence once adventure crosses surrounding options narrow beneath accumulating momentum, transforming open terrain in a defined corridor where each step strengthens orientation and reduces remaining variance across the move instruction till progression itself begins, determining the only sustainable path. Sustain advance concentrates motion toward unified trajectory, wandering vectors compress as its placement removes uncertain and stabilizes directional force. Motion fixes direction, continuous movement determines trajectory, advancing force converts drift and possibility into defined passage. Every step stabilizes selection, replacing persistent displacement reorganizes surrounding structure as repeated motion strengthens scattered impulses lose relevance. Once directional force gains continuity, advancing sequence reshapes operational space, transforming unstable possibility into durable corridor. What accumulated stabilizes orientation and sustain momentum beyond early uncertainty. Continuous advance corrects wandering vectors. Diverging options spread across an undecided field where competing directions circulate with the hierarchy. Scattered intentions collide through unresolved calculation while unstable priorities settle as I'm in pressure gathers around a moment of selection as unclaimed pathways accumulate friction across the structure unresolved. Looming stretches across widening alternatives until decisive separation becomes unavoidable, transforming open possibility into concentrated determination where one defined path absorbs momentum while surrounding options lose operational force. Converging pressure surrounds unresolved alternatives, a scattered evaluation compresses toward singular determination where motion requires decisive alignment. Choice governs all results. This sounds of selection directs consequence as competing paths collapse into singular authority. Determine night shapes every outcry, governs all results. This sounds of selection directs consequence as competing paths collapse into singular authority. Determine night shapes every outcome.
Establish selection, restructure surrounding motion as determined direction absorbs. Scattered effort, competing options fade once priority becomes fixed across operational space. Sustained commitment strengthens consequence with undecided movement. Once divided moment transforming unstable.